Just like that, I see that little red record button up there. Trevor, that means you are being beamed out to the entire world. Ooh, let's do a little bit of facial spray, a little bit of hydrating rose, just to set the mood, and a little bit of true Canadian coffee. Literally, can you guys see this? I don't want it to spill, but there's a little maple leaf here on the top of this coffee. This is from Tim Hortons. It couldn't be any more Canadian. Also, let's just do a little spritz of my new fragrance, you guys. If you saw my video from, I think like 2 weeks ago now, I was asking you guys to help me pick which fragrance I should get. And this was the winner, the Givenchy PI. It literally smells just like it looks. It smells golden, it smells vanilla, delicious, and I totally feel ready for today's video. Hello world, what's up guys? Welcome back to today's video and welcome back to day 4 in vitamin A week. This is also day 4 of my hair change. All week long, I feel like every video I've had a different hair transformation. We've also been on 4 different backgrounds. I'm really feeling this one. What do you guys think? I feel like this is literally one of the best setups I've ever had. Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, all week long, we are talking about retinol, tretinoin cream, Stieva-A, Retin-A. This week is all about skin transformation. You guys, they are literally whippersnipping outside of my house. Can y'all hear that? Inevitably, I feel like every single YouTuber, if you follow them long enough, has one of these moments where they're filming a video and then all of a sudden, outside in their complex, they're like sitting by a window or something and someone starts to mow or cut a tree down or like a siren goes by. If you guys watch HRH Collection, oh my god, Alex, every time a siren drives by, she literally loses her bananas and I live for those moments. Anyway, I feel like that was my moment. It just happened to me. Luckily, I held it together, did deep breathing, and here we are on the other side. Anyway guys, welcome back to day 4 in Tretinoin week in vitamin A week, where all week long I've been sharing with you guys exactly how to transform your skin and use Retin-A or retinols in your skincare routine. If you haven't already checked out the other videos in this series, starting with day 1, I feel like day 1 was kind of like the basics, whether you should be using a retinol or Retin-A, exactly how to use it. On day 2, we went shopping for retinol products at the drugstore, which was actually kind of a bust. Make sure you check out that video to see how disappointed I am with Walmart in their retinol selection. And in yesterday's video, I showed you guys exactly how I use my Retin-A cream in my skincare routine. However, I saved a few tips and tricks for today's video where I'm going to share with you guys how to use your vitamin A prescription or your retinol in different ways than often prescribed. There's a couple different reasons why you might want to use your retinol in these ways, whether you're trying to preserve it or whether you're just someone who gets really irritated skin. These are ways that you can kind of fit retinols or Retin-As into your skincare routine other than the traditional ways. Although I do want to give a quick disclaimer, make sure you're going to a dermatologist for your prescription strength Retin-A. I don't recommend ordering it online. I know a lot of people in the comments down below say that you can order it from, I'm not even going to say where, but they say down below that you can order it on the internet. That is something that I do not recommend. Retin-As can be very powerful. They're 100 times more powerful than retinols. So you want to make sure that you're going to a dermatologist because you know the dermatologist knows best. They can monitor your skin. They know whether a gel will be right for you, a cream. Because retinol is so powerful, you want to make sure that you're going to a dermatologist and just make sure you're doing it right. Alright, I've got my Stieva-A beside me for today's demonstration because we're going to go all in, you guys. Now, we all know the traditional way to apply a Retin-A, and that is wash your face, let it totally dry down, then apply your Retin-A, and then wait and apply your moisturizer on top. Now, this is the way that I almost always use my Retin-A. There is other instances where the way you apply it or the amount that you apply might be different. Say you're down to your very last tube of Retin-A, which I am, and you can't get to your dermatologist easily, or in my case, my dermatologist is off on maternity leave, so I am literally milking this last bottle of Retin-A dry to the very last drop. So I'm definitely going to be implementing this next tip, and that is applying my Retin-A as a spot treatment rather than applying it all over your face. Now, there's a couple different reasons why you might want to use your Retin-A or even your retinols as a spot treatment. Like I said, your dermatologist might just be hard to get to, or perhaps your skin is just really sensitive and can't handle the application all over your skin, or maybe you just don't like the dry skin, the irritated skin. Maybe you think, I've heard so many people in the comments down below say that they started Retin-A and as soon as the extreme dryness happened, they quit. So I feel like if you're one of those people who can't commit or who don't want to commit to having dry skin, flaky skin, I know not everyone wants to go through the retinization process. So if that's someone like review using it as a spot treatment not only on closed comedones, active acne, acne scars, but also brown spots, discoloration, hyperpigmentation. On nights where I don't feel like I want to apply the retinol all over my face, I will use a little bit of Retin-A and go over some sunspots and dark spots that I have. As you guys know, Retin-A is a melanin inhibitor. It's also a natural exfoliant, so it is going to help to improve and lighten dark spots. Literally music to my ears. So you always want to make sure that you're applying your squeaky brakes out there. You always want to make sure that you're applying your Retin-A to cleansed skin. And I did want to mention, speaking of cleansed skin, I just got out of the shower. My skin is totally cleansed and bare. But you guys, I have been secretly loving, I guess not so secretly now, I've been loving the Kylie Skin Foaming Cleanser. Out of all the products that I tried in the entire Kylie skincare set, which I reviewed, I'll link that down below as well, the foaming cleanser I'm really enjoying. I'm pleasantly shook. It hasn't made me break out at all. You can see it's literally still wet. The scent is super minimal, and honestly the experience is so luxurious when I use it. You really only need one pump, and I don't know if it's just me, but honestly one of the stupidest reasons I think that I like this cleanser is I've never had a foaming cleanser before that has a foaming top, and when it already comes out foamy and like luxurious, you just put it right on the skin. You don't need to create that foam. I just feel like it's one less step in my skincare routine. Like, you know, I don't need to stand there foaming it around. It's already foamy. Hasn't made me break out, makes my skin super clear. In my original Kylie Skin review, I put this cleanser in the maybe pile, but honestly, I'm probably going to put this in the repurchase pile. And Ulta's coming to a mall near me, and I heard that Kylie Skin is going to be sold at Ulta. So I don't know if I would necessarily order one online. A, because the shipping took really long. B, the shipping was expensive. And C, I had to pay duties at the door. So if we end up getting an Ulta and they sell Kylie Skin, I'll definitely repurchase the foaming cleanser. Have any of you guys tried this? Let me know in the comments down below. Ooh, one other thing while I have you guys here, the Kylie moisturizer, the daily moisturizer, the pump only works like 50% of the time. And I've actually heard this in my comments down below that other people's moisturizers, daily facial moisturizers, the pump broke. So if you're someone out there whose pump broke on Kylie Skin, let me know in the comments down below. Is this like a similar experience? All right, let's get back to the Retin-A. Okay, so here's the thing. If you have a pimple or a zit, you could use something like a pimple patch, which I love. These are by Masquerade, and I actually use them all the time. Or you can use a liquid blemish gel. This is one that I like by Shiseido. This has salicylic acid in it. Or you can use a drying solution like the Mario Badescu or the Eradicate by Kate Somerville. Now, all of these things work great on pimples, but the only thing is, you guys know, claims on skincare products are not FDA regulated. Literally any company can claim anything. So it's hard to tell the effectiveness of these products. Retin-A is a known anti-acne skincare ingredient. And in fact, in the pamphlet for my Stieva-A cream, a pamphlet that I never bothered reading until right now, but it does say that the Stieva-A cream, so Retin-A cream, Tretinoin cream, a topical cream designed for acne. Now, it's believed to accelerate skin growth and the turnover of cells and increase the flow of cellular debris, such as dead skin cells and oils to the surface for elimination, thereby helping to reduce acne. So, like I said, when you use products like these spot treatments, any company can claim anything, but when you're using a tretinoin cream, you're getting a much more powerful skincare product that is scientifically, clinically proven to work. Okay, so as far as a spot treatment, I don't have any acne or active pimples right now, so I actually like to use my tretinoin spot treatment on any dark spots or hyperpigmentation that I have on my face. Like I said, tretinoin cream or Retin-A is a melanin inhibitor. So if you have any dark spots, it's going to help lighten them, not only by exfoliating them away, but also helping to inhibit melanin synthesis. Don't I sound like a true scientist? I used to have a lot more sunspots and a lot more discoloration before I did the IPL treatments. If you haven't seen those videos, I'll have them linked down below. Now, I suffer from a lot of sunspots, especially under my eye area here. I don't recommend putting your tretinoin cream really under the eye area because it's so sensitive and that skin is going to peel, dry, get irritated, and you don't want to have that under your eye area. So I just put it kind of along the orbital bone here, and naturally the cream is going to move up and it's going to get those cells regenerating anyway. Honestly, you know what? At the end of the night, sometimes applying Retin-A just takes too much time. You don't want to go through washing your whole face, letting it dry down for a whole half an hour, reapplying your nighttime cream. Sometimes you just want to do a little bit of spot treatment. So I'm going to take a little bit more here, and because tretinoin tretinoin cream helps to produce collagen, really filling the skin from underneath. I am just going to take a little bit and apply it here just to my nasolabial folds. If you're someone who suffers from actual crinkling in that area or fine lines or wrinkles, applying some of the tretinoin cream along this area, as well as right here between my eyebrows where I have my angry 11 lines, not only will tretinoin help to alleviate those deep wrinkles, now it won't help them go away. I'm just going to say that it's going to kind of take the edge off. It's also going to help to smooth out that area. I know in particular between my eyebrows, the skin actually gets kind of rough and tough in between where that wrinkle happens. I know there's ways that I could get rid of it, but I'm honestly not too bothered by it. I am just going to put a little bit here on my nasolabial folds because we just want them to be nice and full. And voila! Alright, so my next tip in applying Retin-A in a non-traditional way was actually recommended to me by my dermatologist. Now, when we first met, we talked about all the different ways that you can apply Retin-A. We've already talked about those in the earlier week, but she recommended another way to use Retin-A, and that tip is using your Retin-A as a face mask. Now, my dermatologist recommended the same process of washing your skin, doing this at the end of the night, and applying a little bit more than a pea-size amount. If you're using Retin-A every day, you only really need a small pea-size amount. But if you're using it as a face mask, which she recommended once a week, use a little bit more than a pea-size amount, about a pea and a half, and apply the Retin-A all over your skin. Let it sit for a full hour, and then wash it off. Even having that Retin-A on the skin for a short amount of time triggers all of the synthesis, the collagen production, and the gentle, natural exfoliation of your skin. So it is going to help to get rid of acne, get rid of those closed comedones, blackheads, and almost work as a really powerful skin treatment. Honestly, a really powerful skin treatment at home. No lasers, no harsh exfoliation, no rubs, no sand. You know, your skin is just kind of doing the work itself, getting that regenerative process going, giving you youthful skin, plump skin. Now, if you guys remember, we already talked about this, but if you're using a retinol, it takes your body 2 additional steps to turn it into retinoic acid, which is really that powerful anti-aging ingredient. But when you're using a Retin-A, it is already a retinoic acid. Your body doesn't have to do any additional steps to turn it into retinoic acid, so it already is this very powerful form. That's why with 1 hour application, your skin starts the magical age reversing process. Again, you're going to get the benefits of a melanin inhibitor, stopping that melanin synthesis. It's going to prevent clogged pores in the future. So not only is it going to help to like heal acne, regenerate your skin, but it's also going to help prevent future nastiness in the future. How else can I say that more clearly? All right, I might as well do it, right? I might as well put my money where my mouth is. I'm not leaving the house for the rest of the day. I do want to mention, if you're using a tretinoin cream, make sure you're using sunscreen. Seriously, guys, make sure you're using sunscreen. If you go out in the sun, those dark spots are literally going to soak up those sun rays and turn even darker. So if you're making them sensitive with a Retin-A cream, you want to make sure you're putting a sunscreen directly on top. All right. Now, because I already put some on those dark spots earlier, I'm not going to put as much as you probably could if you were doing a face mask. Like you saw, I used a pea-sized amount, but you could use a little bit more. Now, the tip is if you're using it as a face mask, normally you would put a moisturizer on top of it if you were going to use this as your nighttime cream. But because you're using it as just a face mask, you don't need to put a moisturizer on top because you want those full benefits. You really want it to just do its magic, sit on the skin, signal to all those cells, get all of those benefits rolling before you wash it off. So at this point, I would just set a timer for an hour. Like I said, I would use a little bit more if I was using this as kind of a mask, but I'm just going to leave this on my face all night long. Come on, camera, focus on me. Focus on me. Why does that song always come into my head every time I hit focus on the camera? All right, do I look any younger yet? Honestly, since I started using tretinoin cream, you can check out my actual day one when I vlogged going to the dermatologist to get my tretinoin prescription. You can follow this whole journey, and that's, I think, one of the coolest things about YouTube. You can check out my skin way back then. Since I started using a Retin-A, my skin is literally transformed. I can't tell you guys enough, it is more transforming than any skincare product I have ever used. It just is such like a medical miracle. the science behind it, the knowledge behind it, the proven results behind it. So those are two ways that you can use your retinol or your Retin-A in different ways than are traditionally talked about. Oftentimes you just hear about the one application method, and these are two ways just to think outside the box to get the most out of your Retin-A prescription. If you use a Retin-A cream, let me know your experience or your journey down below. I love connecting with you guys, and I love following your Retin-A journey. There's a couple of you who I've been following for a couple of months, weeks, even days. I'm always getting new people saying, hey Trevor, I'm just starting my Retin-A today. My skin is super dry, but like I'm sticking to it because of your videos. I think that is so cool. So if you're on the Retin-A journey with me, let me know in the comments down below. Or if you have any favorite retinol products that you pick up at the drugstore, also let me know. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Hit subscribe right down below to join this ever-growing family. Also, leave a comment down below, say hello. I love to talk to you guys. Make sure you check out all of the videos in Vitamin A Week. If you made it to the end of this video, you are so special to me. Thanks for sticking around until the very end. Honestly, I can't thank you guys enough. And until the next video, I can't wait to see you then. Bye guys.